Today we are building the absolute best $1,200 gaming PC with all brand new parts, and I guarantee you cannot beat this price to performance, and that's because we are using this brand new Ryzen 5 7600X3D. We are using this beautiful Asus TUF Gaming ATX motherboard that we picked up from Micro Center in this bundled deal for $449. Now, for whatever reason, Asus decided to put all of these yellow accents all over the board, which I'm not a fan of, so we're going to go ahead and cover that up with some carbon fiber wrap. Let me know in the comments, would you do what I did and cover it up, or do you like the yellow accents? For the M.2 drive, we are using this 1TB Gen 4 NVMe from Silicon Power. Now, you guys have seen me use Kingston NV2 in the past, which they are great. I just pick up whichever one is on sale. Storage seems to be skyrocketing in price, so whenever I find a deal like this one, I buy a bunch of them at once. So the next few PCs are all going to utilize this Silicon Power brand, which I've used plenty of times. Lo and behold, the Ryzen 5 7600X3D. This is a monster of a chip. In fact, it utilizes the same CCD as the 7800X3D, just with a slightly lower frequency and 2 cores turned off, but it does have the same amount of 96 megabytes of the 3D V-cache. We are also going to be using the same cooler as last video, the Frozen A610. Just make sure to color in these standoffs because who wants red dots sticking out of their all black build? This is what I do. I stick them in some styrofoam. It makes it easy to color them. And of course, we are using the best thermal paste known to man, Kingpin Extreme. It's very expensive, but I got a big bottle. It's going to last me plenty of PCs, and it will keep your temperatures cooler, which translates to performance. So we are not going to be using this G.Skill kit because it doesn't have any RGB, and I like using a kit that has RGB because it makes the PC look better. Now it's up to you. You can stick with this. Personally, I just want a good looking PC, so I'm going with this Corsair Vengeance kit. It will cost you about a difference of $37 once you theoretically sell this one for about 80 bucks. Now it's brand new at 100, so I think you could sell a brand new kit for 80 bucks, and that still is cheaper than buying those 3 bundled components separately. So it's up to you. If you want this kit, I'll link it below. Okay, so I am just now realizing that this is a gray kit of RAM, which was pretty misleading on the website because it shows pictures of a black kit, although it does say gray in the description. But anyways, I did order a new kit of RAM. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You'll see it at the end of the video. For now, let's just take a look at how beautiful this motherboard is right before we send it into the case. Like always, we did wrap the fan wire around the heat pipes. That way, when you look into the PC, you don't see any wires hanging around. Very nice and clean. And of course, putting that carbon fiber did hide some of those yellow accents. And now we just have a very nice, clean motherboard. And a lot of the yellow down here is going to be covered up by the graphics card. So let's go ahead and get this installed. All right, so I've said this a million times before, but we're going to completely disassemble this case because we have to reorient the wiring. We also have to take care of some details like these ugly fan hubs. Look at all that lettering on the back of the fan hubs. I don't want that sticking out of the build and throwing off the aesthetic. So we are going to put some carbon fiber wrap over each one of those fans. And we are also going to do that to the front of the fans as well, because in my opinion, it looks a lot better with that carbon fiber wrap, because sometimes the light coming out of here just looks a little weird and a little cheap, to be honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and do that and then plop the motherboard in the case. Let's go. Today we are using Segotep. This is a brand I've never used before for power supplies, but this looks like a monster of a unit. This is a 750 watt, 80 plus gold, tier B rated, fully modular unit for $75. I had actually ordered a $90 unit from MSI, but I canceled that order when I found this one. Now this does have a pretty ugly sticker on it, which will show in this PC case because of this power supply cutout. So I'm gonna put some carbon fiber wrap over it, and it's gonna make the PC go from looking like this to looking like this. Now you may have also noticed I put some heat shrink over the HD audio and the USB wires because I also don't want those rainbow wires sticking out. I would recommend you do that to your build as well. And last but not least, we are also going to put some Asia Horse cable extensions in this build because this is the most important thing to make your PC look good. Speaking of looking good, this PC is done being built. Let's get right to that montage and see how she turned out.
Planted.
Enemy down.
Fire in the hole!
Down.
One enemy remaining.
The jet setters are in command of the platform and are eyeing their base.
Don't worry, I know you guys are asking, what were the settings that you used in those games when you ran the benchmarks? I will have all of that linked in the description below. Not only that, I will list all of the parts that I used in this build if you want to build this yourself. Now, if you don't want to build it and you just want to buy this PC, I will also link my Jawa page down below where this and other PCs will be listed for sale. I do also sell some hardware from time to time. Now, some of you may have noticed the new kit of RAM. I did mention earlier in the video I was going to change it, and we did change to the Clev Crass. Now, I have seen this floating around online. I do like its design aesthetic. I'm glad we used it.
I'm actually very glad that we used it in this PC because its design language fits very well with the rest of the straight edges in this build. I think it turned out stunning. So please let me know, what do you think? Do you like the way this turned out? Is there something I should have did different? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, I like this kit of RAM so much that I picked up an all white one, and we will be using this in an all white build in a future upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. And my friends, that brings us to the end of the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you big time. Please drop a like on the video, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you want to, and make sure to always put God first in everything you do. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.